You know, technically, a burrito is just a sleeping bag for food.
That's so cute.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and technically, our brains are just wet sleeping bags for our thoughts.
Why is yours wet?
Ew.
I don't like the wet. Yeah.
Hopefully yours is moist, because
Yeah.
right now, we're going to
Dry.
unzip our thought bags and air out what's inside for a brand new What's on Your Mind, starting with Brooke. Brooke, what's zipped up inside your wet thought bag?
No, I don't like that. Let me open it up, Jeff. No, so last week there was a snow day for our kids. They had to stay home from school, which used to be exciting until online learning came along.
I know, I always forget
Dude,
about that.
so they have to be on the screen all day, and the teachers are amazing. Alder's teacher, he's in second grade, is teaching 25 7 and 8-year-olds over a Zoom call. It is
my
just
gosh.
pure chaos.
Does everyone have to mute because they should?
So at one point they go to recess, so they have a little break, and everybody leaves the Zoom call, and even the teacher. Apparently, during her recess time, she notices that the back awning of her house is drooping because of the snow.
The wave.
Right, and so she goes out to investigate. Well, the whole thing comes crashing down on her head.
No.
Yes, but she wraps her head up with like an ice pack, and she's teaching. She teaches you guys for the rest of the day. She finishes, she reads stories, she does the whole thing. Well, turns out she didn't stop bleeding the entire time. Ends up going to the ER. She had taught the class with a fractured skull. Legitimately fractured her skull. So all I'm saying is that we are not paying these poor teachers enough. This teacher came back and came and taught my child with a broken head.
But you probably can teach the right type of lessons if she's got a concussion going on. You probably need to tell your son, forget everything you learned that day because your teacher wasn't making any sense.
And she sends out this email. It's like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to take a day off tomorrow because my head is fractured.
Broken.
Wow.
My
Okay.
teachers call in when they were hungover.
Yeah.
Let's go back to those days. Jose, what's on your mind?
Well, a few of my friends went to the casino recently to bet on the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I decided to stay home. I'm going to save money. I got
for you.
vacations coming up,
Yeah.
whatever. Until I got a text.
What?
One of my buddies was like, bro, I can make bets for you while I'm here. So I immediately changed my mind.
You're so easy to give into peer pressure.
Well, that's true. So I'm like, let's bet on the coin flip.
Okay.
Now, I always say, tails never fails. It's my life motto, pretty much.
Okay, so you're actually betting on the actual coin
Coin
flip at the
flip.
beginning. It's like one of those odd prop bets.
Yes, it's a prop bet. I
Okay.
decided, let's just start it out. Let's warm up $100
And?
on heads because I always pick tails. I always pick tails, guys. Why would I
Go
go with what I
against your
always
instincts.
do?
No.
I thought this is gonna be different. It's
And?
tails. I lose $100 immediately. Okay, it's okay. I know football. I know sports. Okay, so then I'm like,
That's
well,
how betting works.
at least the Chiefs are gonna score first. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be the ones to get the ball. By the way, I put 200 on that because I got to make up for my last bet. The Eagles scored first, by the way.
Yeah, I remember that.
For a long time. For a long time. You know what happens when you're down $300? You think, you know what?
No.
NFL is scripted anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to bet yet another $200
God.
that the Chiefs are going to win the game. Right? They're totally going to win,
You're in a
guys.
worse mental state than Brooke's son's teacher.
Yeah. So I'm down $500.
Holy
I
crap.
am not happy. I'm like, this is the whole reason I didn't go to the casino.
Yeah.
And then my phone goes off. And another text. And I'm like, what is happening? And the Gatorade has just been dumped on the coach. And it was yellow, which means that I lost the show bet as well as $500 cash.
No wonder you just answered the group text with damn.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Rough game for Jose.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Alexis, what's on your mind?
So I went bowling the other day for the first time in years. That's the last time I went. And I was killing it.
Were you?
I was winning, and I was getting a little cocky. I'm going around bragging. I'm like, I'm doing better than everyone here.
Yes,
to my
you
friends.
Were you in an 8th grade, like...
Yeah, the bumpers were.
No, my friends wouldn't let me use bumpers. So
Oh,
I
okay.
tried.
That's-
Yeah, I tried. Yeah. But my friends were like, Alexis, no, you're not. Like, are you really drunk? And I was like, no, I'm sober. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're not from here, so I was like, maybe you do bowling different in Argentina, but here, the lowest score wins, and I'm in the 60s, and you're in the 120s. So am dominating.
Are you joking?
No, you're confused.
Yes. I was confident that the lowest score in bowling wins.
No.
So when they were doubling me, I was like, I am so good, you
You got a
guys.
60?
Yeah,
she's
I
like
did get 60.
zero. Perfect game.
So, yeah, eventually I did Google it and find out I
had to
was
Google
wrong.
It's probably like as a child growing up, she was so terrible, and her parents were like, no, honey. Lowest score wins in this
Alexis
game.
wins again.
I
And like,
that's
it's
even
deeper.
giving her credit.
I don't know, but basically I don't like bowling anymore. I was on a high for 10 minutes there, and then it just.
You went from pro to like awful.
Yeah.
Like, you thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
Alexis.
anyways, for anyone bowling, just know.
They do.
I was
High
better.
score.
All right, Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
Right now, everything in my house is going good.
Oh, that's good.
For the first time in 4 months since I bought the place,
Do we knock on wood? Is there
I know.
wood to knock on?
Yeah.
plumbing is working, electrical, water, septic, and gas all
All right.
functioning
By the
properly.
way, don't
Wow.
knock on wood. There may be termites.
But there is a new issue that's cropped up.
What's that?
And I'd say now a couple times a week, birds are flying 70 miles an hour straight into my windows.
Oh, no.
And they're not surviving.
Yeah, it's really sad. You gotta put
Obviously
some stickers on your windows.
It's gotten to the point where every night at dusk, I have to walk the perimeter with a broom and just sweep off everything that's happened.
I thought you were a bird lover, not a bird killer.
You know how much I love birds. It's
Yeah.
absolutely horrible, which is why I came up with a plan. I got a life-size cardboard cutout of a bird watcher, and I'm going to place it in the giant window looking out with binoculars.
You could just put a couple little like reflective stickers.
But
for
I don't
the
think that's like what birds
purpose,
like.
so-
They want to see somebody watching them. That way the birds won't want to kamikaze my windows anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My one concern is that my neighbors might think I'm trying to peeping Tom them if they see the cardboard binocular guy in the window.
All hours of the day.
But joke's on them because I've already been doing that for
Yeah,
4 months.
yeah.
Oh, they're like, now there's two guys, honey.
I do feel like that's a good burglar deterrent.
Yeah.
Making all the improvements at my house and hopefully no more bird deaths. Text in to 78592 and tell us what's been on your mind. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.